Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. The Claressa Shields, Savannah Marshall fight has just finished. I've got this fight 96-94 Savannah Marshall, okay? But I wouldn't object to a draw. I wouldn't object to a point or two in favour of Claressa. To me, this was a very close fight. Two styles. Kind of predictable. The power was on Savannah's side. The bigger woman, naturally, I think. She was landing the heavier, more hurtful punches, but Shields very, very flashy for a lot of the fight, landing punches in bunches, definitely picking up rounds with a more consistent, industrious work, if you like. Definitely, the first part of the fight, I thought probably Savannah took it, but I definitely thought that in the second half of the fight, first half of the fight, I thought perhaps Shields took it, but the second half of the fight, I definitely thought that Savannah came on strong and was edging her on power, on those heavy, hurtful punches. But there's no denying this is a very, very close verdict, and we're waiting for it now. I had, like I say, 96-94 to Savannah, but I could watch this again and score it a point or two for Shields, or a draw. It wouldn't surprise me if it was a draw, you know. This was a great fight, grueling fight. At no point was either girl really hurt. Savannah was slipping and sliding, and a lot of Claressa's punches weren't landing. Say she threw a 5-punch combination, 2 or 3 of the punches would land, a couple wouldn't. But because of Savannah sliding around, it looked kind of perhaps a bit more dramatic than it was. But she was landing punches, there's no denying it. And Claressa Shields, Savannah Marshall in the middle of the ring. Now let's have a listen to what the verdict is.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of 10 full rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard for the official decision. Judge Gray scores at 96-94, while judges Lombardi and Buscarelli score at 97-93. Declaring your winner by unanimous decision, and the new undisputed women's middleweight champion of the world, the GOAT, Claressa Shields. Unanimous by 4, by 4, and by 2, and for all of the effort of Savannah Marshall, it was the class and the speed of Claressa Shields who notched up those early rounds, and despite an almighty effort from the wonderful Hartlepool young woman, it is Claressa Shields who exacts revenge 10.5 years on. She is the undisputed world middleweight champion. She's 13-0. She has that victory that she wanted so badly. And I hope there's real respect between the two.
That was definitely the hard part of my career.
They can thank each other. We can see that again, no doubt. But Claressa Shields rightfully gets the victory away from her home. Just slightly sharper and faster when it mattered and more precise. But what a battle. It was epic. And we'll hear from them after the break.
Okay, so unanimous decision for Claressa Shields. What did they say? 97, 93, 2 lots of 96, 94, something like that. I disagreed, and I'm scoring it live. I'm not sort of being I don't know what you call it, and I'm not using the benefit of hindsight. I thought Marshall edged it on weight of punch, but there's no denying Claressa Shields. Look, let's boil this down a little bit, okay? She comes all the way from America to fight in the other girl's country. There's the business with the cancellation, the postponement. The Queen dies right at the 11th hour. The fight is cancelled. She goes all the way back to America. She comes all the way back to Britain. Look, you've got to give this woman some credit, okay? She's a terrific fighter. I know she's kind of obnoxious and whatnot, the loudness, the garish attitude, all, the attire and all that crap. But when you boil it down, this is a real fighter. And Savannah Marshall has absolutely nothing to be ashamed of, nothing whatsoever. She battled, she left everything in the ring, and tomorrow morning she'll wake up. She'll probably think I could have done this, that or the other. But this was a razor-thin fight. Yeah, I can understand the argument that Claressa outworked her, definitely, because she was very slick, very fast, and was early on for the first half of the fight was throwing punches in bunches. But terrific stuff, terrific night for women's boxing. They're probably going to interview Claressa in a minute, hopefully Savannah as well. Claressa just went over to Savannah and said, this is the toughest fight of my career, no doubt. She's got swellings around her eyes. She was forced to work for this win for every second, and Claressa's now in the ring being quite emotional. Let's have a listen to what she's got to say.
Joy, you're undisputed champion once again. You've had some pretty special nights in your career today. I just wonder where this one ranks. Take your time, take your time.
I just want to thank God because I've been working hard for a very long time and no one has given me credit. But after that display tonight and after a tough opponent, I couldn't even see out my right eye round 6 through 10 because she do hit hard. But I bit down and I did what I do in training. And I got the job done, so I just want to thank Savannah Marshall and her team. I want to thank the whole UK for being here because it's not just a special moment for me, but it's a special moment for women's boxers, Savannah Marshall, Alicia Baumgartner, Michaela Mayer, Caroline Du Bois. I mean, women's boxing has been around for so many years and so many greats that came before us, but here we are in front of 20,000 fans in London at the O2 Arena. And I think that's fight of the year. I'm just so happy. It's an unbelievable moment right now.
Brilliant words, powerful words. The sport can only grow from here. The fight itself, can you be honest? I'd love to know what you said when you went over to Savannah there. I think we caught it on the cameras. I'm sure you said that's the hardest fight of my career.
Yeah, she's a tough competitor. She's a hard puncher. She has endurance, but I'm the better fighter 10 years later. And if you ask me, I'm 2-0 against her because I never felt like I lost in the amateurs. But now I guess we can say we won and won. And I don't know why she want to retire, but if that's what she want to do it. But she got a lot left for sure.
I think a lot of people thought that you were great, but did she push you to a whole new level tonight, that you went above and beyond anything that we've seen before?
I bit down every round. Every round, if I feel like she with a big shot, I hit her back with a big shot. If she hit me to the body, I punched her to the body. It was times I threw her against the ropes and landed my shots. It was times where she won on the ropes. But I know I did the most work today and that I was winning the inside combinations.
It's almost, it sounds bizarre, but to get booed here, you're going to get booed here. But I do think that you have won some fans over. I think we're going to lose you now. I think we're going to lose you.
Thank you, guys. Listen, UK, I love you guys. And you guys have a lot of great women fighters. And I would love to come back and not get booed by you guys one day. But as of right now, I just want everybody to give it up for me, Savannah Marshall, and all the women that came here today.
Am I right in saying we lose you to the PFL now, who were very gracious in letting the delay take place? Would you then come back to boxing and do this again, or have you got other challenges? The rematch clause was shrouded in mystery. We didn't really know what it meant. Is there a rematch with Savannah Marshall, or will you now pursue other avenues?
It was a rematch clause if it was a controversial decision, but I won unanimously today. So it would have been like a split. I'm quite sure they would have been calling for a rematch, and Boxer would have won the rematch, but it was unanimously today.
We're boxing fans, so we would love to see it again. Would you welcome it in the States? You welcome her over to the States and we do it one more time in the US?
Absolutely. If that's what the fans want, then that's what we're going to do. I would love to fight in the UK. My dream was to fight with T-Mobile Arena. So, yeah, for sure. Champion talk. Go ahead, baby.
Savannah, commiserations. How do you feel right now on the back of probably the best female fight that we've ever had in a British ring?
I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who bought a ticket to come and support me. I really appreciate it, and it's absolutely amazing that 2 women have sold out the O2. It's unbelievable, and I thank you everyone here from the bottom of my heart.
Was she better than you thought she was? Did she bring the best out of you? How do you feel the fight went for you? The first half perhaps is the half of the fight that cost you.
Claressa's a brilliant fighter, she definitely is. She's not as fast as what I thought she was. But no, she's a brilliant fighter, and she's definitely the title of the greatest woman of all time.
I don't think we're going to get this coffee yet, but will we get it in the future?
Maybe after the third one.
There you go. Congratulations to both of you. A historic night. Congratulations.
What incredible and powerful words from the pair of them. Covered themselves in exceptional glory tonight. Claressa Shields, the victor, but Savannah Marshall, no real defeat there. Absolutely wonderful, wonderful fight, which will be remembered for a long time, and it will kickstart a big, big time for women's boxing. Meanwhile, Gangs of London.
Okay, so you heard that. Both women behaving with a lot of class. Marshall gave everything. I mean, she couldn't have done any more. And Shields was just that. Probably, you know, in the opinion of the judge, a little bit better. Again, I had it in favour of Marshall. But I got no real gripe with the decision. Point or two either way. I mean, this is a great event for women's boxing. This all women's card has been very, very entertaining card. And you know, I hope Marshall doesn't quit. I hope she does carry on. I hope they do have a rematch. Terrific stuff. You know, really, really good. And all credit to Claressa Shields. Some of the crowd booed her because they're Marshall fans, but I think she's got the respect of the UK fans, and quite rightly so. Again, she came all the way here. Everyone was booing her. There was a lot of mental pressure. Didn't bother her, did it? I mean, there is a sort of slight Muhammad Ali thing about her, because although I personally find her personality a little bit aggravating, I must be honest. Maybe it's because of the age I am. I'm in my mid-50s and she's a girl of, you know, mid-20s. But I don't know, maybe when I hear women going on, or even young men going on, I tend to think, oh my God, you know, please just knock it on the head. But you know, and although Muhammad Ali was very funny with his poetry and his sayings, and you know, Claressa tends to just be a bit of a bragger at times, a bit obnoxious. But I think we saw underneath all that, with that post-fight interview, she was talking, you know, it's very emotional, and talking, you know, and don't forget, she's come from a rough background, a very, very rough background. Her story, her backstory is quite horrendous, really. I'm not going to go into it now, but Google it. It's a hell of a story. So all credit to Claressa Shields, the so-called GWOAT. I still hate that word. Can't stand that word. But she's a hell of a fighter. She is a hell of a fighter. And guess what? So is Savannah Marshall. So leave your comments below. What did you think of the fight? Did you agree with the decision? All credit to Shields. All commiserations to Marshall. Both these ladies put on a hell of a fight. Hell of a fight. But yeah, great stuff. Leave your comments below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the like button. Go on, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe. Hit the like button. Jab, right cross. You can do it. Thanks for your time as always. We'll speak again. Let's have more nights like this, eh? See you soon. Bye for now.